What's up, guys? Welcome to this new channel of mine. I'm Z, also known as Z-Man Zebra. I've done many videos about music marketing on my Z-Man Zebra channel, and that is my artist page, so I'm totally discontinuing it. If you've ever seen a video on there on this related topic, moving forward, I am going to only post these type of videos on this channel. So if you want to learn and see realistic results with music marketing for your music, subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more. But thank you for joining me and checking out this video. And I'm going to get right into it and show you these results for this artist. I ran a campaign for 4 weeks. We spent $265. And this artist, known as Jess Tech from Mexico, has released over 20 tracks, never marketed a single track. Like I said, with a $265 budget, did my best to get results. And here are some realistic numbers that you can achieve. I'm going to go over all his numbers in Spotify for Artists. We're going to look at playlist ads, saves, and what algorithmic playlist he got in. Because last year, Spotify in 2024 changed their, let's just say, their algorithmic boost in those first 4 weeks of your new release. It used to be you try to get a 20% popularity score index and you would hopefully get a release radar bump. Well, that's kind of changed, actually. I've been noticing a lot, seeing people's music in release and running people's ads. You're now getting a larger radio boost and a lower release radar boost. So theoretically, it's balancing out, but you're getting more radio play than what you used to get was a release radar bump. Not saying you can't get a big release radar bump with high numbers, because that should happen. That seems like it's far and few now. I've been seeing multiple times a higher radio bump than release radar. But if you've experienced something different, please leave in the comments, share to this community so we can all learn together and grow together. So let's get into this song. The song was released December 6th, ran into January 3rd. That's the 4 weeks, 28 days, 4,700 streams, 1,900 listeners, 2.4 streams per listener. That is high considering he got a lot of radio play that I will show you later on. 307 playlist ads, which is okay, not great, and 863 saves, which is pretty darn good. The save rate was pretty awesome. We were running this about $10 a day, and it's done well. $10 a day for about 3 weeks. Bumped it down to $6 after that, and then I think $3 to average out, like I said, to a total of $265. But these are the numbers for that. Current playlist in the last 28 days is 118 playlists. If we go into his playlist for the last 28 days, I'll show you right now. Radio. 921 streams just from radio. And if you look at all his other songs, pretty much nothing in the last 28 days compared to Diva, the song that we promoted. Mixes, 48. Release radar, as you see over here, only 13 listeners, 21 streams, nothing. So it all went to radio, like I was saying. Smart Shuffle, he got 7, and nothing from Daylist. But I'm going to go into his followers. He didn't have any followers either during this run. He had only 18 followers December 6th. Fast forward to today, he got 87. So that's a huge jump from what he was. Like I said, released over 20 tracks. No traction, just doing social media posting. And you know what most artists do, they don't really do much. Once you start running ads, things kick up into gear. And now he's at 2,000 listeners, 8,000 streams and 4.17 streams per listener. That's amazing for the last 28 days. And that's amazing for just a dance music artist, minimal techno, deep tech, instrumental, no vocal. Also, one more stat that is amazing to look at is his active audience. He has now 86 super listeners at the moment from having 0. He had 0 before this, and also 1,177 active audience. That is right now because his music has been pumping in this 4 weeks. Obviously, this number should go down if you stop running ads and you're not releasing music, but 86, that's great. It's almost more than his followers. So people love his music. He has a lot of music out, so that's probably one main reason too. So this is great to see as well. These are the numbers that you can achieve. Just $260, $265. I'm going to go into the ad itself. I'm going to walk you through everything I did to set up this ad, show you the visual, show you the results so you can get an idea. And if you first time here, to show you exactly how to set this up if you want to do it for yourself. All right, we are in Facebook Ads Manager. And as you can see here, you can see that there are 5 ads I started with. I put the Advantage campaign budget feature on, and I ran these 5 ads. And the top 2 ads, as you can see, that are up here, Trippy 2 Deep House Facebook and Trippy 2 were the best performing, and I'll show you the results. 944 results to 792, 140,000 impressions with both ads, 233,000 with this ad, almost 200,000 impressions with the other ad, and the cost per result, 14 cents and 17 cents. This was targeting tier 1, 2, and 3, a tier 3 that includes 1 and 2 tiers, country list. I'll show you the country list right now. Makes sense when I'm talking about it. So you have Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Hungary, and Costa Rica for the Trippy 2 Deep House Facebook ad. And I'll show you down here. You can see there's a bit more. Then if we go to Trippy 2, you got Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Turkey. Very similar. Good results. These are typical when you target. Once you throw on a tier 3 country list, it's going to go to these countries. If you don't want these countries like Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, you're going to have to target tier 1 and tier 2 specifically. And this is something you'll monitor when you are running your ad for the very first time. You got to make sure that these numbers are adding up with the other numbers. Like for example, Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina are at the top. What you would do if you're running an ad for your first time, you would go into the song and to make sure things are moving smoothly, you would go, okay, Chile, Colombia, those are the cities, I'm sorry. So you have Mexico, United States, Colombia, Chile, Argentina, Brazil. So these are the top countries, and with the United States up there too. And Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Colombia, and Mexico are the top countries on this list. You have the United States down here. So if that doesn't match up and you're not getting streams, something's going on. And nothing looks out of the ordinary. Obviously, Mexico's taking up majority budget, and then Colombia. If you didn't want that, you would have to modify the countries a little bit. Maybe just do Mexico City, maybe do Bogota, do major cities instead of the country itself. So let's just go into placements. Since we're here, I'll show you the placements. Placements is another great feature to look with Facebook to see exactly where your ad is getting shot out to, and is it being used wisely? Am I getting results? So Trippy 2 Deep House Facebook, it was going to Facebook. I obviously named it Facebook because I targeted one ad at Facebook and I targeted another at Instagram. So you have Facebook Reels, Facebook feed, Instagram feed was third, and you could see how much was spent on the right-hand side, 57, 48, 13, 4, 3, and so on. If we go down to the IG ad, you got Instagram Reels first, Facebook feed was second, Instagram feed, and Instagram stories. I noticed within like the second week, Facebook feed was creeping up, but originally it was always Instagram Reels, Instagram feed, and then Instagram stories. So Facebook, for some reason, was starting to creep up the longer I kept the ad on. But I've always noticed that Instagram usually has a higher quality listener and it's a little more accurate. Facebook, there's nothing wrong with Facebook, but when you're starting a new ad, I would recommend only targeting Instagram if it's a brand new account, you never ran an ad, because Facebook can really screw you over if you target Facebook when you're very brand new at running ads. Just make that note. Like, do Instagram if you're running an ad for your first time or you're new to it. And I'm going to show you why, if I can. So when you hit this feature right here, so you have these features. This is campaigns, ad sets for one campaign, ads for one campaign. You click ads for one campaign, and we scroll over to the right, and Facebook gives you this awesome little detail feature. I love it because it is pretty accurate. To me, it's one of the top features that Facebook has, and you got to use it to your advantage. It has quality ranking, has engagement rate ranking, and conversion rate ranking. And I use this, and the quality is above average, engagement above average, conversion above average, and average. This is a really great performing ad if you're all above average, even if your average is good. But if you see something below average, like 30%, it'll say below average 20%, even below average, I think 10% I've seen. I could be wrong on that, but at least 30 and 20. Or this will be entirely blank. And if it's blank, you're not going to be getting great results. You got to change something in your ad. Something's not performing correctly. Something's not synced up where you can get these. You want something. If you see below average, that's better than blank, nothing. So make a note to that. So those are the results as you see on the surface. Let's go to the ad. I'm going to show you how to create this ad step by step. Let's do this. What you're going to do is you're always going to hit create, right? And you're always going to do an engagement campaign. You're going to hit continue. You're going to always do manual and hit continue. You're always going to name your campaign. Name your campaign. Cool. And you leave everything the same. Like I said, you can hit this advantage campaign budget. I'm not really going to go into detail of it, but basically I ran 5 ads. I click this feature on, and Facebook allocates the funds properly to the highest performing ads. So I'm not going to waste more than my budget a day is $20. I'm not going to spend more than $20 a day. And I'm going to be running 5 ads at once. It's going to pick the best ads out of that bunch, and it's not going to waste money to any other ad. So it's better than setting up an individual budget for 5. Why would I do that for 5 different ads? Just hit this feature on, run 5 ads, test them, maybe change the visual, maybe change the location. You could do locations. I wouldn't do locations so much. You want to keep the location the same, but placements, targeting, demographics, and test them and see what performs the best. Then you're going to hit next. You're going to name your engagement. Name your ad name. And you're going to go down here to conversion location. You're going to hit website. You're going to go to data set, and you're going to do your pixel, proper pixel. This is my label page, so I'm going to do this. And then for conversion event, you're always going to do view content. If you have a custom conversion, you're going to use something like Hype Edit if you're using that. I always use SubmitHub, so I do view content. Then you're going to scroll down a bit, and you're always going to switch to original audience. Use original audience. So this is where we're going to put the locations, the age, the gender, and the demographics, detail targeting. For this one, I always like doing between 20 and 50. It's always a safe bet, unless you know your music is younger or older. Try to stay within a range like this. I have a lot of saved locations already, so since this was a tier 3, which includes all tiers, I would just hit that save location and it put it in. If you don't have that, you would just go over to this browse again, you save locations, and you would create a list. You'd put, once you create, you do countries, you would copy and paste the list or type it in and put it in here and then match locations. And then voila, and you would save it. But these are the countries at tier 3. And it's a good amount of countries. But like I said, once you put the Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Chile, Turkey, those are going to be primarily the countries that's going to go to first. All right, I'll speed it up a little bit so we can get past this. So there's that, all genders. And this is where we go to add our demographics. What is the music? I like doing genres. If you know genres, this was a house music song, maybe, and I believe I did minimal techno for another. I like doing that. That's good enough for me. And what I've been noticing too with running ads more and more, it's not necessarily, sometimes just doing a sub niche is good enough. You don't need to put like 5. You don't need to put 3. Not even 3. Sometimes you just put 1: house music, minimal techno, down tempo, hip hop. You don't need to do more than that. If you're doing a bunch of artists, I recommend having about 10 artists that are similar and put them in. But keep it simple. Always keep it simple. And this is how I do it. I don't define further. I don't add Spotify. I don't add Apple. I've never had an issue. I've always got better results when I never defined further, adding like a Spotify, must like Apple. That is your choice. I'd recommend you testing them out against each other to see. But my experience, this way has worked best for the way I run ads. So then you're going to go down, and this is where we do placements. You hover your cursor over this where it gets gray, and you would hit edit. You would do manual. I would unclick all this except Facebook, so it clears it, and you could start fresh. You got to have 1 clicked to move forward. So I would do Facebook feed. I would keep these down on Instagram Explorer and Instagram Explorer Home. Do Facebook stories, Messenger stories, and Instagram Reels, and unclick the rest. And that would be good. That would be good for running an ad. But if it's your first time, if you're fresh, if you don't have a lot of data with your pixel, unclick Facebook feed, unclick stories and Messenger, and just do this. Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories, Instagram Explorer Home, and Instagram Feed. Maybe profile feed if you want. It's pretty much the same thing. That's what you would do in this case. But if you ran ads, you're getting results, you want to switch up things, add Facebook. Not a problem. It should be fine. But if there's no data, do Instagram. Again, for this next page, well, we went next. So this next page, name your ad name. This is where we put your visual. And I'm going to go actually in the ad so I can actually show you what I did. Okay, now we're in Tech Diva ad set page. What you're going to do is you're going to manually upload, which would be down here. You'd go to media and you would upload a video, add a photo. You would upload what video you have. I like doing trippy edits. They always work. You want to create something that's eye-catching. If your music's amazing and you know that it's going to catch the ear of the scroller on Instagram, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you don't, you should have some good marketing. The visual is just as important as the music, but the music should be dope. The visual should be pretty dope too. Just to catch the eye and catch the viewer so they can listen to your music. And this is what we created for this, which I created for this. Just put an edit together. And this has been shared so many times. So many people have shared it. So many. So that's another bonus. People have been sharing the shit out of this, which is great. I'm very thankful for that. So once you have the ad uploaded, you're going to go down to your primary text and write what you want. Obviously, you see what it says. I said, take a break and vibe out to some minimal deep tech bouncy beats. This is Diva by Just Tech. If you don't know what to write, I always recommend just write something. You scroll down a little bit and there's this AI feature that will give you many suggestions, and you could just refresh this as many times. I recommend taking a little bit, paraphrasing it, making it a little bit of yours, spice it up, make it a little flavor from you. You don't have to, but that's a recommendation for me. You could generate more, like I said. Go down the headline. I like just putting the title, the artist, and the name. And then description, I like just taking a little bit of what the primary text was and then copy and pasting down here as well. Call to action, don't forget this. It's going to say learn more when you scroll down, so don't skip this. It's always going to say learn more, which is right here. You're going to hit click listen now. And this is where you put your landing page link, whether it's HypeEdit, Submit Hub, Linktree, ToneDen, list goes on. You preview it, everything looks good, looks spicy, looks clean. And you have your streaming services where they can go and click on. And that is it. Everything below, don't touch. You're good to go. And you're just going to publish this baby. And you have your ad. So that is how you set up your Facebook ad for your song, for your music. These were the results for the first 4 weeks of this release. If you're getting radio boost, that's a good sign. Also, his song was also in the popularity score now is 20%. And like I said, he went from 18 followers to 87. He's on up. If you just keep on running ads, his audience will grow. That is video. That's how you set up an ad. If you have any questions, comments, or anything at all, just leave it in the comment section. I will answer it. I'll help you out. If you have any other knowledge that you want to share with the community, put it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, hit the subscribe button. I'll try to do more of these in the future. But until then, guys, I'm Z. Take care. Good luck with the music.